What a pleasant surprise this was. City Bus Manager is a charming little game where you can create and manage your own dirty bus company filled with rude staff and late buses, and you can do so in practically any real life city or town. It's an early access title, yes, but what we have here are the foundations of a great management sim that with some nurture, some love and some polish could turn into something rather special. So grab your bus passes and let's have a chat. Now, I like doing little mini reviews like this simply because I like to open up new audiences to these small indie developers who you may not consider. Most of the time it misses the mark, but City Bus Manager is most definitely hitting. Upon first starting up, you're greeted with a little welcome early access message where they state they are three brothers working on this project together. And let me call you boys out by name: Nicholas Polestar, Philip Polestar and Yannick Polestar. I salute you because you created something here that has potential to become so much bigger. Reggie shall dub you the Three Musketeers. So City Bus Manager asks you to create a company, and you do so in a city of your choosing. Reggie and the boys chose Tottenham, the biggest shithole in all of London that contains the greatest football team. And to my surprise, their mapping technology pulls in an accurate map with real roads and showcases real retail areas, real schools, and even the glorious Tottenham Stadium. And you can do this to almost anywhere in the world, which is great because what it does immediately, it gives you a sense of belonging and care for the company you make. Now, your first task is to create a little bus depot, and the game tutorial is simple and easy to use. In fact, so well done is it that the controls were natural, and if you have ever played a game like 2 Point Campus or Planet Coaster, then you'll feel right at home. So you build a service room to sell weekly tickets or to take complaints from customers. You then connect other rooms via a corridor, such as a warehouse to store your bus parts, a staff room, or a toilet for staff to take massive turds. The second half of your design is the bus depot itself, where roads need to connect to parking zones, bus washes or repair stations and so forth. Now, I will say, in early access there is not a ton of items to build, and I pretty much built my old depot in 20 minutes or less, leaving only decorations to place. Far more variety needs to be built here, such as waiting rooms for passengers or having gates for buses to start their journey from your depot. Likewise, at this early stage, not everything appears to be interactable. My staff, for example, group together like headless chickens in the staff room and sort of mope about, depressed about the impending day that is before them. In that sense, I guess, it does seem accurate to real life. Next comes the bus route system, where you look at creating those money-making lines to dredge students and pensioners of their hard-earned cash. Now, going into this, I was worried that it would be complex, convoluted, and a bloody mess. Not here, kids, because the Three Musketeers are ahead of the game and give you access to every single bus stop straight up, except that they are greyed out. Therefore, all you've got to do is simply select the ones that you want and the route is created. It's this simplistic design which I love. Of course, being in Tottenham, I made sure my buses always stopped outside the magistrate court. Once you have some routes going, you need to ensure buses and drivers are assigned. Again, an easy thing to implement, and in no time you start finding that you're actually short of buses and short of drivers, and so need to build up a fleet quickly enough to keep your route service. Reggie got so desperate he bought a ramshackle of a death trap bus on the second-hand market, but sending it to my maintenance team to fix it up with a new engine and giving it a good old bus wash and a good old clean inside, and it was good to go. And so here comes the problems. Once you get your buses up and running, making a profit, and you've done your routes, you sort of feel you're already at the end game. Yes, you can expand your depot with research and indeed research new buses, but there is a distinct lack of challenge or variety here. If I'm honest, for the $25 to $30 that you're going to pay, it almost feels like an extended demo, and I pray that the Three Musketeers don't dump this project, because there is still so much to add, and the blueprint here is excellent, and it's difficult for me to suggest this one though at full price based on the content alone. Within 2 hours of playtime, I sort of felt like I'd done everything I could other than just do more research. Graphically, it has charm to it with a cartoony vibe, and the designs are very well done and fleshed out. It looks vibrant, it feels sharp, and whilst it lacks a ton of animations from customers and staff, it has a certain appeal about it, and overall it just works. It's like they've taken Google Maps and used the same paint scheme all over. Lovely stuff it is. Sound is also another charming area, with a little bouncy theme tune and some cutesy sound effects. Again, plenty to add here, but it's never annoying, never frustrating, and you'll gladly get engrossed into your tasks humming along. It matches the graphical style perfectly. So the review score right now is based purely on what we have in front of us. Everything City Bus Manager sets out to do, it does so very, very well. The score here isn't a reflection of quality, but rather quantity. And as much as I love my time here, it's a hefty price for not much content right now. But then, those of you who support early access titles know this already. If you jump in, just know what you are getting yourself in for. As for the Three Musketeers, I salute you boys. You clearly have a strong vision with great design. Above all else, you get what simplicity is. I won't lie, if I could bottle your talents up and have you make an airport sim in exactly the same way as this, Reggie would be throwing his credit card details over to you tomorrow. City Bus Manager then is definitely one to watch and add to your wish list. With that, boys and girls, have a lovely day. Reggie out.